25-17 in the first set for LaSalle. A dominating set in the first. And then a fiery comeback by Ateneo in the second to establish a 25-17 set win on the strength of a 12-1 run. Please tell us what happened and what was missing for LaSalle, what was rolling for Ateneo.
Well, what worked for Ateneo definitely was they had better offense in the second set, blocking altogether. So in terms of the scoring skills, they got it. What I think made the difference here in this set is that LaSalle produced less points when it comes to offense, and yet they still gave away as much points. If you look at it, opponents' errors, Ateneo got 8 points.
Because compared to the first set where
18.
they scored a lot.
Yeah, they had like about, I think, 18.
So na-negate ng konti yung mga errors. Ito hindi naman negate.
That's right. So something that I guess a young team, it could be the danger that you would see in a match, and also the reception, rather the digs.
So speaking of a young team, so most of the rookies we've seen 4 so far, 5 who've come in at different times. So technically that was their first taste of adversity in the college division, right? So now how to respond, that's what we're going to find out. Yamzon leads LaSalle with 10, Maraguinot with 8. Let me correct myself, that's a 13-1 run, because when we had the second technical timeout, we were at 16-12. LaSalle only able to score 1 point since then. That's all done now. We're back to square one. Patas ang laban. So let's see what happens. Jagate called for a lift. Yeah.
And just really nothing seems to be going the way yet of the Lady Spikers.
So the first point goes to the defending champions. Happy to have you with us here on SNA and on Liga and in high definition, also on those respective high definition platforms, SNA and Liga HD. Boom Gonzalez and Remulla Kanda for Ateneo LaSalle round 1. What an adjustment and a stretch by Jolina De La Cruz. Boy, was that tough.
And yet she got a point.
Hirap kaya no set na yun. Parang broken play na yun, ano?
Now serving,
I mean, it actually looks tough on TV, imagine.
Actually doing it. But that's the thing also, these outside hitters or open hitters, most of the time they cannot choose the sets that are given to them. So the only thing that they can do is not be choosy and adjust.
And adjust. They have to adjust their serving too. That's part of the error count.
Now serving, Tolentino.
But 2-1 is our score as we check in with Franny Reyes.
Now that was a better set than how they started today's game, and that set was important because it gave them back their confidence. They're not stressing as much, and they're playing the way they know they can. Now, what was crucial in that set was the entrance of Jamie La Victoria, because her experience helped ground the team. Her mental toughness helped them go back and reset. Now, for them to continue playing well, they have to trust the system. They cannot rush themselves. They have to remember their training and trust that they know what they're doing. Back to you guys.
That's the reason why they're very happy to have her back also, to stabilize the team in times where they need the veterans to show up. Jamie La Victoria on your screens. Her team is up 4-1 here in set number 3. Now who will do the same for LaSalle is what we are now going to try to find out. Soreño sends it over. Nisperos. Maraguinot. And a chance ball. Cat sends it over. 3-point lead for Ateneo. Gagate unable to put it away. And Ravena and Maraguinot unable to keep the ball in play.
I'm looking at the Maraguinot, the older Maraguinot, and she's like, let's stay focused.
Well, she may have not been part of a championship last year, but she's still a champion. She was part of a championship team. Boy, that Tolentino over on that one. A lot of power, but unable to keep it down. Is that Bea De Leon that we're looking at? Yes, yes. BDL. who also came back for one last year, remember? Last year, her team is up 4-3.
And she's very happy, of course.
Dahil tabla na tayo. This is going to be a free ball. Tin Tiamzon. Oh, that's a legal hit. Off Dookie's head. Cobb will open up to Tin. Tin. It's a good dig there by Joe. And a good dig also from De La Cruz. Oh! That's beyond the antenna.
That is out, clearly out.
For ADMU.
Now, I guess if you look at both teams, the advantage of Ateneo is that they have more senior players, more experienced
Now
players.
serving, 20 Peros.
That's clearly beyond the antenna. Considered out in the sport of volleyball. Faith. Duque, soft touch. Double touch on Pongay.
Double contact violation. Point
4 will
for
be serving 5
Delta.
as we serve it over to Ayana Perlas.
Boom and use your mind, avoid those unforced errors, wag lang hampas ng hampas were the requests of Coach Emil De Jesus from the last set. Now, he sensed that they had the lack of confidence in the last set, but one problem the Lady Spikers had a hard time working on before the season was exactly this, and as what you mentioned, Boom, even Coach Emil doubted himself before this season. Before today's game, I was able to speak to Captain Aduke Ogunsanya, and she told me that sports psychologists, the coaching staff, and the veterans have been mentally preparing the team and each other every day because mental strength is just as strong as physical strength. So let's see if the Lady Spikers can get that set one confidence that they showed back in this set. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Ayana. Mental strength, especially with a team that half of its composition, more than half, is made up of rookies. By the way, Ateneo has had 3 errors already here in this set, and they've only had 5 in total. LaSalle has 20 in total.
Wow, 20 already.
Now that was for the first 2 sets. We include this one, that's 24. That is the key number
Now serving,
for DLSU.
Tiamzon.
Just imagine it's almost a set already.
And another one there.
Now it's a
Service.
set. Now it's a set.
You're right. When you put it that way,
Now serving,
Jaja Maragino now 7 serving 5. Whatever doubt Ateneo had after that first set, after LaSalle with a great first set, seems to have been erased a little bit here.
It was definitely
Self-doubt, I mean.
Yeah, the turnaround,
Yeah.
turnaround in terms of you know, how they move,
Right.
in terms of how confident they are.
How they're attacking. This one though goes to LaSalle. What a move there by Julina De La Cruz. We're gonna see 4 more years of this girl.
Now serving, Capitana Aduke
De La Cruz.
Ogunsanya.
I think it's just no doubt she's going to be a superstar for DLSU. One of those. One of those.
Meantime, Ogonsanya earlier had quite a lot of serves in the earlier sets.
Right. Another error. That's 4 for
Double
Ateneo,
contact
which
violation.
helps the cause of DLSU.
Points
Now we are
for
tied
Delta.
at 7-all.
Sal would definitely take that.
A setting error.
We are tied at 7.
Thea Gagate on your screens. Hasn't made much noise. And that did not make much noise in that second set. Cat still able to make something out of that. 8-7 Ateneo with a slim 1-point lead going into the technical timeout. We're back inside the Mall of Asia Arena. 8-7 is our score. Again, we're greeting everybody watching, especially through live streaming on sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/UAAP. Also, of course, for those watching on iWant Live, whether it's live or on replay by demand, download the iWant app and register for free. The captain of the UP Fighting Maroons, Rosier, and her girls winning today against UE. So they're on the board talking about UP.
Now
They're
serving,
scouting for sure,
Marquino.
as they have yet to meet LaSalle in this season. That's out for
Serves
Joe
out.
Maragino.
Point
So
for
tied
De
at
La Salle.
8-all. Hill from De La Salle University, also in attendance.
Now serving,
8-all.
Michelle Cobb.
Mitch Cobb. I think these two teams are dragging each other into a five-setter and in their first meeting.
Sure looks like it.
Desperos
And now,
has found her range, has found her stroke.
And you know, at this point, also here in this set, Faith not bothered at all if there's a blocker in front of her.
And the set is faster.
Now serving,
If you notice, that's why the
Jones-Samonte.
blockers of De La Salle are scrambling to close.
I think that's how she likes it also.
Yes, you're right, you're right. She likes a faster set. Soreño answers.
Jade Soreño.
9 points, by the way, for Faith Nisperos. We're tied at 9-all. Smart play by the lefty. Always a tough cover when you're a lefty. 9-all. 10 points for De La Cruz.
Good call by
Serving
Maragino.
point for De La
I thought she was
Salle.
going to take it.
These are the things, ano, talagang yung presence of mind, yung court sense.
Now serving, Kat Tolentino.
Cap Tolentino serving with a 1-point lead.
This cue.
Outside point for
Rob and
ADMU.
Dagale.
As they say in the vernacular, hindi nagkaamuyan in that sequence. They were working so well in the first set. 6-2 na yan, ha? Hindi pa niya naapon. So medyo pataas yung
Mataas.
binigay talaga ni Mitch Cobb. 11-9. Soreño will try again, but Faith this time denies her the entry pass. And a 3-point lead, which is the biggest here in this set.
And Nisperos really making a mark. You know, a lot of people have been anticipating, you know, this season for her, but you know, she's
Still
not
serving.
disappointing a lot of the fans with the way that she's playing.
10 points for her. A kill block there. This was the
And
girl who was
now,
most productive
Nicholas
earlier, especially when they were
De
leading 16-12 in that first set. Sorry, in that second set, rather.
Nisperos already with 10 points in this
Now
match.
serving,
Last
Bea
one was off a
Gagate.
kill block. Estea Allison Gagate.
Ooh, that was too low.
Looking at Coach O
point
here,
for De La
and he
Salle.
looks at his bench.
What happened there?
Bongay just tried to keep it in play, but
No can do.
no can do. 11-12 is the score. More errors. Oh,
Service error.
This is now the
Point for
8th point
ADMU.
that LaSalle has given away
in this set.
in this set alone. They've only scored 6 points from their offense, but but basically they're negative
Now
2
serving.
if you look at it.
Faith
We haven't seen the
Nisperos.
fluidity that we saw in the first set, ano? Soreño, nagbago isip. Tolentino sends it over. Oh, Mitch could not keep it out. Keep it in play, rather.
Tolentino.
And she's laughing because she knew
it was
You know, not the hit that she wanted.
Timeout for
Still,
the
it's a point.
Dallas
Boom.
Ladies
They
Fighters.
expected it to be powerful, so Mitch Cobb was caught backtracking.
Depensa, magpapagabang tayo sa depensa. Nangyayari kasi dinidepensa tayo, nagmamadali tayo, hindi naman din makabilis yung ginagawa eh. Okay? Nahandito tayo, nag-aabang lang tayo. Pero minsan minapuran natin gagawin. Dahan-dahan lang, pag nakita natin sino mataas ang percentage, tayo doon. Pwesto muna, magbilang. Ang nangyayari kasi, tumasin muna rito na hindi na tayo rito. Alam natin sa sarado eh. Sarado natin, sa bola lang tayo mag-block. Doon bola lang, tingnan natin, okay? Bantay. Okay, bantay tayo.
Oh, Bird was also with us in attendance. Nico Alili and his daughter, big volleyball fan, of course. All in attendance with us. Sir Vince, Sir Bird, Sir Miko, and Ma'am Mickey, the daughter.
Back on the service
Nico
line. Hey, Nisperos.
Watching this game closely as everybody else is here at the Mall of Asia Arena. 14 serving 11, make that 12.
Serve point for
So
Dallas
since
Fog.
the 16-12 mark of the second set, things have been all Ateneo so far. Now,
for
Leila Cruz is back.
Cruz
She
for
gave a great account of herself at the start of this match. So let's see if they get some more from her, as Mars Alba is also in to serve and to set for sure, as she's got Duque,
Now serving
Tiamzon,
Mars Alba.
and Leila Cruz, a full front line for DLSU. Avena brings the ball to Maraginot. Maraginot looking for an open spot. Cruz, Valentino digs. Joe is denied. Faith was there.
No entry. Point for
Blocking.
Dallas Fog.
something that LaSalle used to their advantage in the first set, went missing in the next few sets. Now back with Cruz to front.
They took the words right out of my mouth. And now it's down to 1.
Makinig ka kayo dalawa sa akin. Tama yung bigay sa'yo, tama yung timing. Kailangan mo lang ng diskarte. Kailangan mo ng maturity. Do you understand? Hindi pwedeng, ay, hindi ko ginagawa to. We have to do it na. Pangalawa, nagkabali ka ng bola. Ano ba sinasabi ko sa isang strength mo ngayon? Iisa bumablock dito. Dalawa yan nandito. Titingin kay Kat yan dito. Papasukin mo si Ponggay, dalawa. Nawawala eh. Come on, Joe. Come on.
To hear the frustration now on the intonation of Coach O in that timeout.
Coach O, of course, always very transparent with his emotions.
Back on the service line, Morris Alba.
13 serving 14. LaSalle has not enjoyed a run since that 8-2 run that they had. So let's see if they can start one here. Good reaction by Julina. Chance here for Ateneo off the Tim Tiamzon attack. They're asking for a touch. No. Says referee Josie Del Rosario.
We are
tied at 14 all. Mars Alba, second here.
She's put some stability in terms of how LaSalle is playing here in this set.
The joust won by Tiamzon, so now LaSalle takes over the lead, 15-14. Here come the Lady Spikers as Ragas and La Victoria, who provided stability in that second set, as Franny Reyes reported earlier. Now back in the match. Trying to turn the tide over back to the defending champs. Meantime, Alba continues to serve for DLSU, making their debut here in season 82. That is out.
Service out. Point for
The
Ateneo.
ladies in green already on their 9th giveaway
You are right.
in this set.
Ateneo not so good in this set also. 7. They only have 5 in the
Now
first 2
serving,
sets
point
combined.
by Gaston.
Now they have 7 in this set, which is why we are at 15 all. Tiamzon, Gaston. Faith from behind. Alba. Azareno. Leila pushes it to the other side. La Victoria to Maraguinot. Bounces back and finds an open spot. Second technical timeout of set number 2, and LaSalle has its nose ahead.
Technical timeout.
Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena, where we find LaSalle ahead 16 to 15 in set number 3. We are tied 1 set all. Over 12,000 in attendance, almost 13. I'm selling ourselves short. Almost 13,000 in attendance on the first weekend of season 82 of the UAAP. We are at day number 3 only, and this is
Back
match
on the service line.
number 5.
Tiamzon.
Earlier today, UE won over UP in the men's division, and then UP answering back against UE in the women's division. And then in the men's division of the Ateneo LaSalle matchup, Ateneo winning in straight sets. And now we are here in the women's division, and we are in set number 3, right in the middle of it. Too low for Joe.
Point for LaSalle.
Too low, a bit far as well.
They're gonna pull Vanny Gandler out of the bench here for Joe Maraguinot.
Substitution.
Vanny Gandler
for Joe
started
Maraguinot.
in season 81 in the first Ateneo LaSalle match, in their first match. That was the adjustment that Coach Oliver Almadro made for the rest of the season when they took out Vanny, put her on the bench, and put Jules Samonte in.
But then here is where we can see that with this lineup of Ateneo, they have a lot of players to actually pull from the bench and bring in.
17 serving 15. Ragas. Passport denied by Jelena de la Cruz. The lead is at 3. That is the biggest for LaSalle in set number 3. Is there a little momentum here in the side of the Lady Spikers, and do you feel?
It seems like it, and they're all really making all the frontliners here making sure that they're able to have their blocking on point.
8 errors now for Ateneo in this set. Gandler, the dive by Tiamzon. That's too low for Jelena.
Not in.
A point given to Ateneo here off an attacking error.
LaSalle currently with 7 attack points, 3 blocks. Scored 8 points off Ateneo's errors.
Ragas goes for the jump. Azareno. This receives it, so a push from the other side. Broken play, and LaSalle still scores. They wanted a little bit of good luck on their side for this one.
Still is a point. They will take it anyway.
But again, that's Leila Cruz, who was pulled out of this lineup for a while.
Sometimes it's also good to have that perspective. If you get to sit down on the bench and then take a look at what's happening
Not
in the
only on
game
your team, but also on the other side.
on the other side. So you get to see these opportunities.
19-16 now. Gandler, a hand on it. This is still alive. La Victoria opens up the Vanny over the blockers. Mars Alba steers it Ravenna, La Victoria is checked by Gagate. Gandler will try again over the block. Duque will go to Leila. Leila has been an impact player for LaSalle, and it is now a 9-2 run by LaSalle in this set. We're looking at a game of runs here so far. The momentum has totally shifted to last year's number 3 team.
Ang kailangan ko tumatrabaho. Now, ulit, Erica, nasaan ang posisyon mo? Ikaw, Faith, nasaan ang posisyon mo? You have to follow the system. Hindi pwedeng nanguhula. Naintindihan ko, naintindihan nyo. Pangalawa, Danny, kaya sila nahihirapan. Sumusugod ka kaagad eh. Kausapin mo, tawagin mo, huwag ka sugod na sugod, tapos bibitaw ka bigla. Okay, pangalawa, again, everybody has his strength. You just know how to use it. You just know how to use it.
At one point, we were at 14-11 for Ateneo. And now, we are 20-16. Boy, this is like a mirror image of the other set, only happening to the other team.
We got a Duque at the service line.
That is out. And timeouts do that sometimes.
Yep. So in this case, it worked. Ateneo's advantage.
A chance to obviously talk about strategies and, you know, bark at your players, maybe settle your players, but it's also a chance to ice the server.
Now serving.
And speaking of serving, it is now Vanny Gandler. Was that Ish Polmorosa that we saw earlier in the screen? We'll check on. Oh, back-to-back service errors.
Point for DLSU.
LaSalle still with the lead, but here we have the substitution that
Gene Soreño for Mars Alva.
Coach Ramil is putting in place. So 3 attackers.
Second best server last year, Mitch Cobb is back. Leila Cruz goes back to the bench, and she gets a lot of love from her teammates because she is a big part of this 10-3 run of DLSU. Ragas. Chance here for LaSalle to continue their momentum. Soreño, Pumreno, sa ere. La Victoria reverses to Ragas. Oh, what a dig by Tiamzon. Jolina de la Cruz. Vanny Gandler keeps it alive, and a chance ball for the LaSalle team. Gagate. Vanny Gandler unable to keep it in play. Well, going back to the first set, during the long rallies, remember, Anne, you were saying long rallies, LaSalle was winning those long rallies. So if you want to go by that, you want to keep counter-attacking if you're LaSalle.
And it seems that there's some level of comfort on the side of LaSalle if that's the situation that they are in.
Comfort or confidence,
or confidence
even, no?
maybe. Yeah.
Pareho, pareho.
And now, though, on the side of Ateneo, because they were already able to correct this, yung kanilang first ball, they're again back at having these errors.
Wow, this is like just, the tables have turned. This is a 180 from the second set. 12-3 run for LaSalle. Nice dig there by Doromal. Faith, Mitch, Soreño. Gagate scratches it to the other side. They open to Faith. Faith, does it hit her head?
It seemed to have hit her
Yes,
head.
it is out. It's supposed to be a check, but it does hit her head. Joshi Del Rosario rules it as a LaSalle point. So that is officially a 13-3 run right now.
The LaSalle Lady Spikers are now at
Woo, that's even tough in the slow-mo.
Scraped
serving
off.
for the set.
Her head bounced a bit. And she's also tall. So
Ooh.
Painful way to end it.
And just like the second set, a torrid LaSalle run. They were down 14-11, and they finish off with this 25-17 count in the third set. Their own run, a 14-3 run to get themselves 2-1 here in this match. A set brought to you by Gatorade. You play, we fuel. Fourth set is upon us when we come back.